according to the second understanding that we're talking about, the evil are the thoughts of a man's heart, and therefore one has to be able to differentiate what is you and what is not you. According to this understanding is that you are being influenced by something that's not you. An example, if you have thoughts but you're not your thoughts, then what are your thoughts? Or what are these thoughts you're thinking? Because you're not actually generating the thoughts, you're receiving the thoughts. And if you're receiving the thoughts, what are you receiving it from? This is exactly why the serpent has 7 heads. And this is exactly what the power of the serpent was. He spoke to the woman. For you must understand that the man and the woman are the spirit and the soul, the ruach and the nefesh. And you must understand how they were garbed in skin, meaning the spirit and the soul were garbed in skin. And you must understand how the serpent spoke to the woman, which means the serpent spoke to the soul here in this world. But it doesn't really exist. Why do I say it doesn't really exist? When you go to sleep tonight, try to think about work tomorrow. When you go to sleep tonight, try to think about what you ate for dinner. Try to think about are your feet hanging out of the blanket. Try to think about anything that you think that you actually care about when you go to sleep. And you'll find that you're not going to be able to do any of this. Why? Because our entire sense of self-identity really doesn't exist. It is a perception, an illusion, reality as it is perceived. And reality as it is perceived through the faculties of perception. This type of reality can never be true reality. I can give you a few examples. If I had an apple before you and we both sat down to describe the apple, and maybe you saw parts of the apple and you said maybe it's red, I see a leaf, so on and so forth, and you give a description of the apple. And then I give a description of the apple. And I say, well, I see a bruise and I see a sticker. What we will find is that both your experience of the apple and my experience of the apple are only reality as it is perceived. It is perception. It is not the real reality. The only real reality is the apple's existence itself. And because you and I cannot experience the apple's existence itself, it teaches us that what we're experiencing isn't really reality. It's only an illusion of reality. And under this context, you can't experience reality, which means that your entire sense of idea or identity is really a lie. It's all perception. Because nothing you think played out the way that you think that it played out. Because we are unable to experience the actual reality of it. Now, based off of that understanding and giving those things, you can see precisely why they called it the realm of evil, and the thoughts of a man's heart are evil continually. You can also see why they likened it to 7 royal houses of idolatry, and so on and so forth. So that's according to the second school. And according to that school, the human being is enslaved by these forms. They're a slave to their desires, they're a slave to their emotions, they're a slave to their body, they're a slave to their mind, they're a slave to their spirit, they're a slave to their soul, they're a slave to their ideas of the higher self, instead of understanding the truth, that you are a spark of existence, a spark of existence, a spark of God, that is expressing yourself through desires, expressing yourself through emotions, expressing yourself through a spirit, expressing yourself through a soul, expressing yourself through a higher self, expressing yourself through a mental form, expressing yourself through a body. So they call those ones slumbering, sleeping. This is what it means. Open your eyes. What eyes? This is what is written. The 7 eyes of Hashem rove to and